Hey everyone, so I'm going to narrate over my session here in case you want to know what I'm working on. First off, this is for IGP training, formerly known as Schutzhund, so I'm doing some obedience with my dog.
What? Okay, yeah, there it is.
So I like to have him bark in heel position as a way of building more animation in his heeling. Dogs oftentimes can get stocky or flat or kind of passive, and barking can be a great way to get them to hold their tail up and just be more animated and active in their behavior.
Wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Nice. Around. Yeah.
So that little circle you saw me do there was just to get him to wrap around me faster and tighter. So around means go around my body, but I like to turn extra so that Croc has to work extra hard to wrap more.
Yes, oi, spin. Yeah. In. Yeah, buddy. Good. Oi! Yes! Oi!
And you're going to see me make several of these stutter steps throughout my session. So that's where I'm healing and then I suddenly abruptly stop. And then when Croc gets back, I generally will praise and reward him. And the reason I do these so much throughout the session is because Croc was very forgy. So I like to throw that in when Croc's forging, because if he expects I'm suddenly going to stop and he knows he's supposed to get back when I do this, that's really important, then it really helps him stay back.
Enough. Yes. Nice. Oi! What?
And there you saw another one of those stutter steps. And notice how I built drive right after the stop. And the reason is because Croc feels a little bit of pressure when I do this stutter step, and I want to open him back up so that he doesn't get flat and passive when I do these.
Super.
And then you're hearing me praise periodically, and the reason why is because I felt him get a little bit stressed after that last stop.
Super. Yes. Oi!
And there you saw me take a step back right after I marked, and the reason is also to work on forging. So anytime Croc is forging, I want him to expect that either I'm going to move backwards or the reward is going to occur backwards.
Oi! What? Yeah. Heel. Yes! Oi! Wow. Sit. Yes! Oi!
And I know Croc is out of the frame there, so in case you're wondering what happened there is when I marked, Croc was allowed to break from his sit, so he came towards me a little bit, then I just turned and threw the toy behind him. And the purpose of this is to reward the focus on me as I'm leaving him.
Stay. Spin.
Oh, and in case you're wondering how I can see my dog, I have a mirror in front of me that I can see him behind. All right, and at the end of my session, I worked on some of the front pieces with the dumbbell. So whenever I'm training retrieves, I like to break down the various pieces of the retrieve. So one of the pieces is your dog fronting with the dumbbell, holding it, outing them, and finishing them.
Okay, front. Super. Okay, yeah, buddy.
So all I did there was reward him for fronting by freeing and releasing him, and now I'm going to reset him and have him bring the dumbbell to me. Throughout this session here, I'm working on Croc making eye contact with me when I'm holding the dumbbell at my side. He likes the dumbbell so much, and sometimes his eyes sort of drift and gravitate down towards the dumbbell in my hand, so I want to make sure that I'm rewarding him when he's looking at my face.
Front. Super. Okay. Yes. Front. Sit. Good. Hold. Hold.
And the reason I'm saying hold here is because I felt his grip loosen just a little bit. I know you can't probably tell from the video, the angle, but I felt that he wasn't clamping down quite hard enough.
Yes. Oi, get it.
And there you heard me mark with my yes, which means I'm going to give him the toy. So I Basically have two different ways of rewarding the hold on the dumbbell. I can either say yes, which means you get the toy, or if I say okay, that means we're going to play tug with the dumbbell. So those are my two different markers. And in case you're wondering, yes, there is a reason for each. So which one I use, it depends on his behavior. If his grip is really, really strong on the dumbbell, I'll generally reward with the yes and the toy. If his grip is sort of loose on the dumbbell, then I'll reward with the okay and we'll play tug because this will strengthen his grip.
Front. Super hold. Good. Hold. Okay, yeah. Front. Okay, yes. Get it, yeah. Front. Super. Hold. Out. Yes. Oi.
And in case you're wondering why I was wiggling or moving the dumbbell around while he was holding it, it's just to make him grip harder. So whenever the prey being the dumbbell, whenever prey is moving, our dogs generally bite down harder. So I'm just reinforcing a strong grip on that.
Front. Yes. Good boy, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
And yes, you saw that right. I use the dumbbell as a reward. So a lot of times people never reward their dog by letting them bite the dumbbell again. I actually like to do that a lot. The dumbbell for me is a reward to my dog. So if they out it, then sometimes I like to give it back. And you need to be careful about doing this with your dog. It might not be right for every dog. However, since I did more of a play style retrieve when I was teaching the dumbbell, this is compatible with the system that I'm using.
Square. Hold. Sit. Good. Hold. Out.
And there you saw Croc make a little bit of a mistake. So he is not supposed to back up when I say out. He's supposed to stay in a stable position. As you can see there, he scooted back off the platform. This is an issue I'm working on with Croc. So you'll see here, I'm going to restart him and make him do it again.
Sit. Hold. Out. Good. Yes. Nice. Heel. Super. Yes. Oi. Touch. Yes. Good. Out. Heel. Oi. Yes. Oi.
And the reason for this little quarter turn that I made here is just to get Croc to really wrap all the way around me. Sometimes he stops short and he ends up sitting slightly behind me. So I like to throw this in there just to create a little more expectation of doing this.